right. Let's try to lock this camera into place. This one down here needs to lock into place like the whole thing wants to slide down. I'm trying to figure out how to lock that into place. We're going to start every video with a smile. All right, let's put on our glasses. We got to get serious. Let's pull out the first one. Yeah. The thumbnail is correct. The description is correct. It is what it is. So we're doing something, getting everything else set up. Maybe I should have set everything else up before I got on here. Let's see if this one has the information to it.
I'm on the Philippines. I'm on the Philippines.
I promise you, you can turn some stuff down and this stuff still keep going. Look at that. Here it is. All right. So we see ourselves here. We know we're on live. Look at that. I'll tell you this. All right. So I had to run and get on this video. We did a video the other day explaining the situation. We're talking about why my wife is not over here. So this is going to be interesting. So I follow, and I'm going to kind of play this fair use. It's supposed to be fair use. This guy right here from Authentic Traveling. It's Chris, and he's been married to his
My wife has never met the majority of my relatives, and she has never set foot in my home country of the United States. I think a lot of Americans don't realize how difficult it actually is to come to the country legally. We have known each other for 5 years, and my wife has never been able to come to the United States. And now it is essentially impossible. I made a lot of videos explaining this process because I feel that it is important to call attention to the hundreds of thousands of people in my same situation waiting endlessly to be reunited with their spouse. I use these videos to draw attention to the real people caught in these immigration battles, and hope you will like, comment, and share this video to spread awareness.
Yeah, definitely.
It is now extremely
Definitely want to follow him. He's on Instagram. It's Authentic Traveling. I'll try to link an Instagram lock to this. Look at him and his wife doing their wedding. I've been following him for a while. So he got married to his wife in Nigeria in May of 24, I think. And they started the process of immigrating over here. Back in the day, this process used to be pretty easy for Americans. If you got married overseas, it used to be a pretty simple process to a degree. I still think you needed to pay, a lawyer just to make it even easier. But man, this phone right here, like Google is a piece of crap sometimes. They're just. I don't know if anybody paying attention. Google is like trying to market the hell out of people right now. They're trying to catch up. So, all right, let's get away from Google and talking about Google. But yeah, I've been following Chris with Authentic Travels for a while now. So this is basically his statement on his description. The United States will no longer issue visas to my spouse and children. To the spouse of children and U.S. citizen if they are from these countries. So these were the countries, where some of them are hot spots. And I understand that. Some of the hot spots, some are at war. But the catch is there's 54 countries in Africa, and a lot of these countries are on there. Right now, I think, who was talking about it? Was it, I'm trying to remember, maybe it was Rizza Islam was talking about it today. How many people, how many countries, how many places we're at war in this world right now. We know the big ones, but where is basically where wars are going on right now. So, but let me read this list off to you. So it's Afghanistan, Angola, Antigua, Burma, Benin, Burkina Faso, and it was so interesting when I was over there in Ghana. so many people talking about, oh, Burkina Faso, what Abraham Traore is doing in Burkina Faso. And I'm thinking, what is he doing? You know, he did a coup. He took over the government and he wants to change some things. And he's doing some things the old ways and trying to change it. But we're in the beginning of that. So, you know, we need to, you know, make sure he ain't getting assassinated. Bermuda, Chad, Republic of Congo. I know there's a war in Congo. Cuba's back on the list. I think Ivory Coast is on the list. Dominica, Equatorial Guinea, is this Gambia? Haiti, Iran, Laos, Libya, Mali. I mean, Burma is on here. Myanmar is their new name. Niger, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Somalia, South Sudan, Syria, Tanzania, Togo, Tango, Venezuela. We know what's going on in Venezuela right now. He's got his eye locked in on Venezuela, Yemen, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Lord, I'd be having a hard time with Zimbabwe. But the new one on that list, and the reason why I'm talking about it is Nigeria is on that list. Nigeria is on that list. Nigeria is on that list. That is humongous. The most populated country in Africa is now on a restricted list from the United States. Why? The question I have is, what made his administration focus on Nigeria? Now, we can come up with a lot of things. I had a lot of conversation with people when I was over there talking about Nigeria, and those are personal conversations. We don't like to use, like Kevin Samuel said, we don't like to use anecdotal evidence or just my experiences, because I've only known a handful of people from Nigeria, and two, in fact, one was a cab driver, and then another was a female who worked with me in Atlanta, and they're pretty good experiences dealing with them. So, you know, now I've heard a lot of other things. But you know, we need factual information. So, what made the Trump administration focus on Nigeria and put them on that list? Like I say, other countries we know are extreme poverty, countries that are really going through wars and other things. Somebody left something crazy. I like to post stuff. This is like a time reference in life when you see this. When you stand between your judgment, I gotta like present this evidence. Like, hey, this person needs to come back here and go through this process over again. But people just doing crazy stuff and think there's no accountability. Someone said, "Hi, how you doing?" Working with the Russians, spying. No to trans-West agenda. Okay, yeah. Hey, like I say, people have their comments. They have what they feel is going on over there in Nigeria. So, and the reason why I'm putting it out there is like one of the countries is connected to Ghana. But I've told people Ghana is the gateway for so many countries into Africa. So many countries. So much funny. So many countries into Africa. It's a gateway country. Said these are roaches on the wall. Wow. So the whole country, it's like 100 million of them. So you say 100 million people are bad. See, I think the problem with a lot of this, even like over here, the bad people voices are too strong, and a lot of good people don't say anything, don't stand up, don't point stuff out when they see stuff wrong. You know, I had a conversation with one of my coworkers today. It's like he was talking, "Oh, things ain't gonna never change in my lifetime." Well, they're changing right now. It's just you need to point them out. The universe is watching you, your God, or whatever you want to believe in. is watching you. It's you to change. So what's the meaning of life? To live. That's your meaning of life. To live. You are living so the universe can experience life through you. Other than that, and if you don't like it, you can leave at any time. You do have that. That is the most beautiful thing about this whole reality is you do have the ability to check the hell up out of here. Just a lot of people just don't forget where that door is. Very simple door. I just saw a roach. It's so funny. Wait, behind me? I wouldn't say no if it wasn't. I'm in a sauna, and you might just be right. I've literally seen them on the floor, but behind me, I'll look at the video later. But yeah, I've seen them on the floor here. This is like a hot sauna, so it's a roach on the wall. So maybe that's what the other person was doing. There's a roach on your head. I don't know. Maybe. I know they be in here sometimes, but yeah, that, like I say, that was pretty huge. Man, it woke me up. It was like, golly, I need to get up and do a video about this, do a live stream. So, like I say, Chris with Authentic Travel put out a video today talking, man, and that's sad because I love watching him and his wife, and both of them in the travel business. So the crazy thing is, see, this is it. It goes, Coleon Noir says this a lot, that people talk about gun control. There is gun control exists. You have to, I have never bought a gun other than maybe directly from a person I know, without doing some type of paperwork. So any legitimate gun that you do, you're gonna do paperwork. It was at gun shows, people say, oh, you don't really do any paperwork at gun shows. Yeah, if you're doing illegal stuff there, you're trading, swapping between people, and that's kind of stupid because you have no idea what that person has done with that gun. You need some kind of, paperwork showing, hey, this is what happened. This is when we changed it over, or you could just think of how crazy you want to think with it. Wait to say, is there a roach behind me? Yeah, this probably. Nah, somebody just put in a comment. No, there's not. This ain't no way. Stop playing. Stop playing. I've seen them on the floor before. I haven't seen them on the wall. Like I say, this is a hot box, so maybe they just in here because it's nice. But what's this channel about? Watch a lot of the videos. Well, watch the description in the video. Description of my channel. But yeah, that was a very huge thing. So let me get my thoughts back. Nigeria being one of the biggest, the most populated countries in all about a big of a man. so wow. Is being one of the most populated countries over there in Africa. Africa being a continent, not a country, is 54 countries, aka one of the original name Al-Kibalan. So, wow. I think it takes place in January, starts in January, but like I said, his administration is, whoever's pushing this agenda it's revving up something. It's really revving up something. This is the first year of his administration. January 6th will be, one whole year. No, not January 6th, January 20th. I think the inauguration is on the 20th of every 4 years. So we're coming up on just a month and so off from 1 year of his administration. So, wow. I mean, he's revving it up. He's pushing it. This is going to affect a lot of people. I've seen a lot of videos on Somalia lately. So, but Somalia's already on that list. A lot of people are coming out talking about Somalians and what's going on with that. But like I say, one of the countries that is you think about this, even though Rwanda is doing good now, Rwanda's doing good now, Uganda's doing good, South Africa is doing good, what was it? Oh man, I think Tanzania, and then another country, maybe it's not Namibia. we're doing pretty good. But you've got to think, in the last 50 years, all those countries have had some issues, and genocide, wars, stuff like that. But in that same time, Ghana has not. Ghana has been that country, even though Ethiopia, what they did the year of the return in 2017 or 18, and then they had like a civil war or something like that. They had issues, and Ethiopia is one of those countries. They've been doing good for so long. So right now, the countries that's like a shining light in the continent of Africa is Ghana. So, but it's still, me and my wife has been married 3.5 years. She's talking about don't use the half years. It's 3.5 years. We got married May of 22. So it's coming up on 4 years quick. And you would think, she qualified for an interview last year in November. Okay, yeah, he shut the government down for 45 days, but by the 7th of January, man, that would have negated that. So what is going on? What is going on? Somebody said, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's another love TKO. All right, and then it's glad you joined in just to give your comment. People, give your comment, man. Give your comment. Let it off your chest. Let it off your chest. Let it off your chest. Remember, like, subscribe, do all the things you want to do. But I had to get on here personally to get this off my chest, because that's a part of letting go. You got to just let it go. You just let it go. You got to get it off your chest. But yeah, I would like to see my wife here with me. I would like to be doing videos with her and moving forward. So, hey, we need a Christmas miracle. So I would like to extend a parlay for Donald J. Trump to meet me in the nice office of the Sun, and let's talk about this issue. What's taking so long for my wife's visa to be approved over there at the embassy so she can come over here and be with her husband? Would like to extend that parlay to Mr. Donald J. Trump. Even Barron. If Barron would like to come here, Barron J. Trump, they said the time traveling dude, would like to extend it to him, and maybe he could get back and talk to his dad and say, hey, Dad, what's taking so long for Frederick 24/7, 365 to get served 24/7, 365 to America? So like I say, with Ghana being that gateway into Africa, that's like all these countries want to connect there. It is so much progress and things that can happen through Ghana, and it can extend through the entire continent of Africa. I'll keep on. Yeah, I'm very interested in that. But Nigeria, unfortunately, just got some bad news today. Bad news, and I don't like to talk about bad news, but it's really interesting news to me. It's like, why would he put them on that list? And I am extremely curious about that. Why would he put them on that list? So that being said, hey, it's been about 18 minutes. I'm curious. I'm wondering. I'm hoping my wife does not watch this video, because I don't like to bothering her with it. She's already 3.5 years she's going through it, with her auntie getting married and getting over here within like a year, and but so many things have changed. So much has changed. Trump just got in office. So we had over a year under the Joe Biden administration, but it was just so many people were just coming across the border and doing other ways here. So, that just slowed some stuff down. Happy holidays to you too. Somebody said Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Ho, 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 ho. Green Giant. All right, stop being silly, man. So, but yeah, this makes you think. It makes you think. It makes you wonder. So, what is taking so long? What is holding up? Like I said, I just finished my 3rd trip over there. Look, hey man, I don't have unlimited money. I would love to break 100,000 in 1 year. I mean, when I say break 100,000, I mean break 100,000 and actually brought home 100,000. Look, in American, I have to tell my wife this. Man, America is tax hungry. Not only would the federal government tax you on your money, you're going to get taxed when you go to the grocery store or buy anything. You're going to get taxed. And the more money you make, the more they tax you on the end. And in some states, I give a shout out to Mississippi because I think they just got rid of their state tax. And most states, not some states, most states, 50 states, so at least 40 states, they tax their citizens. I think there's only 9 states that don't have a state tax. So, don't get it twisted. I just paid like $100 and some to renew my inspection, my license on my vehicle. And some states it's $20. I think Oklahoma, state of Oklahoma is like $20, $25. But don't get me wrong, this was 2010 or 11. So who knows what the price is now. But I remember it was like $25 and it was quick too. I was like in and out that. I was like, wow, this is nice. But I was staying in a small town at that point. But yeah, some states don't have state tax and a lot of states do. So, well, hey, like I say, going back, ending this off, Nigeria, I don't know what their administration is going to do, what their president's going to suggest, but hey, whatever the Trump administration is getting revved up for before you do it, let's have a parlay, sir. Let's parlay. Let's meet in my office here, and we can talk and discuss these things and hopefully get a resolution. But I know you're a very busy person. Just you could do it on my time schedule whenever my time allows me to parlay with you. We can meet up here and talk about these things and maybe talk about other things. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in this universe right now. We're just in this section of this, I guess, this galaxy. Just a lot of stuff that's going on. So maybe he wants to talk about stuff like that too. So who knows? We'll try to solve whatever problems we can. But until that being said, this is 22 minutes into this video. You are watching Frederick 24/7, 365. For those who gave a thumbs up, thank you. Those who commented in the chat, thank you. Those who didn't say some real crazy stuff, even thank you. And I wish everyone peace, health, wealth. Give gratitude always as I leave you with a smile. All right, look at that hair. We put some stuff on top. We still trying to grow that hair back. We working.